Hello everyone, my name is Sashwati Madankrishnan and today I will be talking about the important Indian figure Begum Hazrat Mahal. In this presentation, we will be covering a quick intro, including some basic information about Begum Hazrat Mahal. Next, we'll be learning more about her early life, which is Mahal's early exposure to Awad, and her transformation from being a simple servant to a royal queen. Then we'll be learning about the time period in which Britain captures Awadh, and we'll learn about what Begum Hazrat Mahal did when her state was captured by the British. Then we'll learn about the revolt she conducted, delving deeper into how the Begum of Awadh led the first Indian War of Independence against the British. And finally, we will be covering her legacy, how she was remembered and how the Indian freedom movement was deeply impacted by her actions, and how they commemorated her memory, as well as the Indian government, too. Alright, so first we're going to be doing a quick introduction. Let's look at some basic facts about Begum Hazrat Mahal. So here's some basic info about her. She was born in the year 1820 in a city called Faizabad, located in Uttar Pradesh. She led the first Indian War of Independence against the British East India Company in 1857, and she was mainly known for her courage and determination to resist and fight the British after Nawab Wajid Ali Shah, her husband, was dethroned. We will be covering more about this later. Now, let's learn more about her early life. So she was born in the year 1820 in Faizabad, Uttar Pradesh. Here is where Uttar Pradesh is located, and this is where Faizabad is. Hazrat Mahal was originally named Mahamadi Khanum as a child, and she lived in a poor Syed family and was sold by them to the state of Awadh, which is now Uttar Pradesh, to the royal family in Lucknow. There she began as a simple kawasim, a simple servant, and was then promoted to a bari, which is usually a dancer or an artistic poet, and she was known to be Mahik Bari. Later, she was married to the last Nawab of the Awadh state, Wajid Ali Shah, and was given the title Begum, which means that she was officially indicated as the king's wife. Later, she eventually gave birth to a male child named Mirza Beji Squatter Bahadur and became Begum Hazrat Mahal, the royal queen of Awadh. Now, let's learn about when the British captures Awadh, and we'll learn more about what the Begum decided to do about it. So Awadh is now under the British, but what exactly happened? So first, the British annexed Awadh, meaning that the state was now forced under British control. India did not have a say in the event whatsoever. But why did that even happen? Well, the British wanted to use resources, like cotton and indigo, for the betterment of their country. They wished to improve the British economy by using the resources of India, since it was so prosperous at the time. In addition, the British wanted to change the entire system of government, especially that of Awadh, since they found the current one faulty. So they wanted to make it more conventional for their use and easier for them. And as a result, Nawab Wajid Ali Shah was sent to exile in Calcutta by the British. However, the Begum did not accompany him, as she wanted to fight for the state. And she stayed in Awadh, Lucknow with her son. Now let's learn more about the Battle of Lucknow, including the rebellion. So during the mutiny of 1857, a lot of India's recruited soldiers were from Lucknow Awadh. They were mainly upset about the exile of their king, the capture of their state, and most of all, British neglecting the religions of Hindus and Muslims. They were trying to make it more of an English system, which India did not like. So Begum Hazrat Mahal led the rebellion, and she was an intelligent commander because she organized the army to coordinate one another. So it was running a lot more smoothly and it helped defend the country from British. So then she led the battle and rode on an elephant to encourage the rebels of Awadh to fight. However, the rebels were struggling with the huge British troops, and Mahal was forced to stay in hiding in the countryside, but she conducted the rebellion from there. However, suddenly, on November 1st, 1858, a proclamation was issued by Queen Victoria stating that India would be formally transferred to the British Crown. However, the country would still be able to practice their religions and end the mutiny. However, the Begum refused and issued a counter proclamation against Queen Victoria since she believed that the British were not trustworthy of their word because technically the British broke previous treaties and this created conflict between India and Britain. Eventually, Mahal found asylum in Kathmandu, Nepal, and she lived there for the rest of her life with her son Birgis. So the British tried to have her return back to India, however, Mahal refused, stating that since the area was still dangerous, she wouldn't be able to return back because if she submitted to the British, then not only would she pay the price, but the rebellion as well. And it was especially harsh since the British were still taking control of Awadh and they were taking large amounts of land from India as well. So the rebellion would definitely pay the price. So she did not want that to occur, and so she refused. Now let's learn more about the legacy. So post independence, Mahal was a very undermined figure displayed in helping India gain its independence because not many people knew about her and she was not very well known. As a result, her great grandsons protested against that, and that drew the awareness of the first Prime Minister of India, Jawaharlal Nehru, and finally she was honored properly. In fact, Mahal built the Hindustani Masjid and was honored there every year on the anniversary of her death, April 7th, the original date being April 7th, 1879. The Hindustani Masjid symbolized the unity between Hindus and Muslims and saying that they really shouldn't fight because India was one country and she wanted to promote that more. So she was a huge figure, especially in India's fight for independence. And as a way to commemorate her memory, she had a park named after her, especially that because she was promoted by the Indian government after her great grandsons protested. So Begum Hazrat Mahal Park was built and it was named after the Begum of Awadh in honor of her contributions to the Indian freedom movement. Thanks for listening, everyone. I hope you all learned a little something about Begum Hazrat Mahal. Thank you so much. Have a good day.